region. So where can you go and take in the sounds of the holiday? I'll show you. The two-time Grammy Award-winning Albany Symphony is renowned nationwide for its diverse array of music. Led by music director David Allen Miller, the Symphony presents a core classical series throughout the region. Perhaps one of the most treasured local holiday shows is the Albany Symphony's Magic of the Season.
And it used to be called the Magic of Christmas. We've kind of made it a little more inclusive. And we have all these wonderful young performers from throughout the community performing with us. So like literally hundreds of people on stage with the Albany Symphony. We've got the Capital District Youth Chorale, CDYC, plus 2 high school choruses joining them from Johnstown and from Saratoga Springs. We have the Music Studio Kids, about almost 100 kids playing these amazing Orff instruments and singing and dancing, 2 dance troupes, the Northeast Ballet, and that amazing Irish folk dance group, Marinka Cobra, which means dance forever. And they always bring the house down. So it's just a huge celebration, lots of holiday songs, lots of wonderful holiday music, some selections from the Nutcracker, other things like that, and a big holiday sing-along at the end. And it's just always a huge celebration for us because we get to perform with all these amazing kids. It's just really thrilling.
A lot of familiar favorites, but perhaps maybe some music that people haven't heard before, right?
Sure, some of that. We put in a couple little sort of classical hits in between, including Sleigh Ride and things like the Farandole by Bizet, which is a big Christmas carol. Beautiful, beautiful music all the way through, and just super fun for everybody. Audiences of all ages, little kids, grandparents, everybody in between. It's just a great celebration.
It's a holiday tradition for families to go to the Symphony. What is it about this time of year that you think inspires people to get the family together and go enjoy some music together?
I really think it's about that. It's about togetherness. It's about being with the people you love, and it's about really enjoying something of great beauty. And so it really has become, over the almost 20 years we've done it, it's become a real holiday celebration, and families come back, and the kids bring their kids, and it's just a really wonderful thing, and we love to do it.
And I'm sure it's also really special for kids to be in a venue like that.
It is, because it's very grand. If you haven't been to the Palace Theater, and I hope everybody has, it's really ornate and beautiful, and we have a great backdrop behind the orchestra, and it's almost like it's like the Rockettes. It's an incredible theatrical production because it's one amazing act after another, and it never slows down. It's just really thrilling. So really don't worry about bringing your 4- and 5-year-olds. I think they'll be mesmerized by it, and they get to sing, and we'll even have a little kid conducting Jingle Bells we'll pick from the audience, and so lots of fun stuff. Really a great time.
Coming up on Behind the Curtain, our conversation with David Allen Miller continues as he previews concerts at the exquisitely restored Troy Savings Bank Music Hall, featuring 3 towering figures of the Baroque and Classical periods. The Troy Savings Bank Music Hall has had a long history at 30 2nd Street in Troy. According to the Troy Music Hall website, the Troy Savings Bank was founded in 1823 and operated from smaller banking offices. In 1870, the bank moved a block away to 32nd Street, and the music hall officially opened in 1875. In 1890, a large concert organ was installed in the hall. The hall was named a National Historic Landmark in 1989.
We'll be back at the newly reopened Troy Savings Bank Music Hall. They closed it down for the last 6 months or so because they actually installed air conditioning, so now it's a year-round venue. But this is one of the very first performances back in the hall. They've done a lot of renovation to the lobby areas, etc., and we're just thrilled to be there. As you probably know, this is literally one of the greatest venues, literally in the whole world, for hearing acoustic music, for hearing orchestras and and chamber music and things like that. And so we love playing there. The sound is so enveloping and gorgeous, and everybody in the audience feels like they're right on stage. So it's as we love to do every December, it's a mainly Baroque classical loosely holiday themed celebration. Bach, Mozart, Haydn, probably the greatest of all Mozart's piano concertos, and this amazing Bach Brandenburg Concerto featuring our brand new concertmaster, Tina Bowie, I should say, featuring our brand new concertmaster, Tina Bowie, who's a sensation. But also we have this amazing keyboard player. She's a fortepianist. She's a pianist, Yiheng Yang, but she plays the instrument that Mozart would have played on. Oh. So it's a much smaller instrument, and like a piano, but much smaller. And you'll hear the Mozart piano concerto the way Mozart intended it to sound. And she'll also be playing the harpsichord, the earlier antecedent of the piano, on the Bach piece. So fascinating aspect of that. And the other amazing part of this concert, in addition to hearing three of the greatest composers of all time from the Baroque and classical period, Bach, Mozart, and Haydn, is we're featuring a 14-year-old composing prodigy named Isaac Thomas, who lives in New York City. And I discovered when he was 11, and now he's an old man of 14. And he's written this fantastic 9-minute piece called Pocket Sinfonietta that's totally exciting and charming and brilliant, and you will not believe a 14-year-old wrote this. He's really a phenom. So I thought, on a concert that includes Mozart, the greatest musical prodigy of all times, to have one of our own current musical prodigies, composing prodigies, is really exciting. So we're thrilled to have Isaac with us for this world premiere, along with the three greatest composers of all time.
Why is the Capital Region a destination for such talented musicians to perform?
Well, part of it is our geography. We live so close to New York City and to Boston, which are two of the greatest music centers in the world, not to mention Montreal. And also it's that partly because of that, we have this pool of musicians in our orchestra and in our community generally who just play at the highest possible international level. So if you haven't heard the symphony, if you come to either of these weekends concerts, you'll hear that we play just at an amazing level, and the musicians are so great. So I think a lot of composers want to come here, a lot of performers want to come here. People are just really happy to come to the Capital Region, and we have these beautiful venues like the Troy Music Hall and the Palace Theater. Many communities don't have that good fortune. They play in some big civic auditorium that's kind of impersonal. So we're just blessed with a lot of incredible resources and beauties that other communities maybe don't share.
What do you think will be your favorite 10 minutes of music coming up?
That's very hard. I'm sure it's somewhere in that Mozart piano concerto, because I always say that when a piece really affects me, my knees get weak. I feel like even though I'm standing there conducting, I almost feel like I don't have to sit down, but that's when I know it's really great. And there's some moments in that piano concerto that are so gorgeous, so glorious. Mozart, possibly the most perfect musical creator of all times. It came just right from heaven into his head and onto the page and into the orchestra. So I get so excited by that music, and there are moments in that concerto that are just mind-numbingly beautiful.
Well, we can't wait to hear and for the community to get to enjoy it. Thank you so much for coming by to talk with us. Is there anything else you want people to know about the holiday season with the symphony?
Well, no, I just hope you'll come check out these concerts, and particularly the music hall if you've never heard it. Just to be in that room and to hear it is just magical. So I hope you'll come and be with us, and we'll have a great time.
Thank you so much, and we'll be right back. Coming up on Behind the Curtain, a choral Christmas with Saratoga Voices promises traditional carols and radiant music to get you in the spirit of the holidays. Saratoga Voices artistic director Noah Palmer and soprano Leslie Ford give us the details and share how you can get involved and audition to be a part of Saratoga Voices. Saratoga Voices is a not-for-profit organization. Their mission statement is to embrace the choral arts within a vibrant, collaborative, and skill-enhancing environment, striving for excellence in choral performances, including diverse music, artists, and audiences to share the joy and power of singing. The music is under the direction of artistic director Noah Palmer, and it comes to life with the talents of volunteer chorus members like soprano Leslie Ford.
We're so happy to be here, Giuliana. Thanks for inviting us.
Yeah. Are you so busy with rehearsals right now?
We are so busy. In fact, we had 2 consecutive rehearsals this week.
Wow.
We had a chorus rehearsal on Wednesday and then the dress rehearsal last night.
Oh my gosh.
And concerts on Sunday.
It's a busy time of year for everyone already with the holidays coming up, and for you to take this on to bring some joy to the community is really special. Noah, tell me about what it's been like putting together this show and sort of the different selections that people can look forward to.
Well, the holiday season is always a crowded time for the arts community in the Capital Region, and for our choir as well. We had our cabaret show at the end of October and then immediately launched into Christmas rehearsals. So it's been about a month of rehearsals, which is a pretty abbreviated time frame, especially considering the really ambitious concert that we have. We have a brass ensemble of 8 brass players, so really jubilant, celebratory brass music with percussion as well, and the mighty organ at St. Edward's Cathedral. Oh, sorry, St. Edward's the Confessor Church in Clifton Park. We had the dress rehearsal last night where we finally put together all the players with the chorus, and it's just going to be a really celebratory concert.
It's also celebratory because it's been 55 years of Saratoga Voices. Leslie, as a member, singing with this group, what do you enjoy the most about it, and would you recommend it to others? I feel like you would.
I'm so glad you asked that, yes. So I was looking for a choir that, this is a community choir, but it's kind of one with a little spice, it's a little extra. We are asking more of ourselves. Certainly our director is pushing us to those next steps. And what's happening is this energy is building and this sense of professionalism and dedication. The group is composed of young singers as well as seasoned singers. So it's this exciting mix. It's a fun group of people to be with. And last night at the dress rehearsal, it was long, but it was so exciting. And I think people are going to love to come to the concert and get their senses really enhanced by the music. And then we do have a very large snacks and savories afterwards, so you can enjoy the Christmas season.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Have you made friends in the chorus?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
That's great.
It's that group of people kind of like-minded, love music, love that kind of expression, artists who like to come together. Yeah.
Noah, what is the music selection process like for you? I feel like with the holidays, it can limit you to choosing music that fits the vibe. How do you get creative with it?
Well, one approach is centering a program around a specific composer. And in this case, this year, we are very fortunate to have the incredible pieces of Sir John Rutter, the British composer who just celebrated his 80th birthday. And I'm very happy to say that in May, I had the opportunity to sing under his direction his own Requiem at Carnegie Hall with 250 singers. And meeting him and feeling his artistic presence, he is still as joyful and seemingly youthful as ever. Was really inspiring. So that was part of what inspired me. But anyone in the choral community just loves the music of John Rutter. It's very approachable, very accessible. He writes amazingly for the chorus. And then when you add the organ and the brass and everything on top of it, John Rutter's Gloria, which is the big piece on the program, it is not an easy piece to sing, but the effect when it all comes together is truly magnificent.
Oh, I have chills just thinking about it. Are you looking forward to a particular part of the concert the most?
I think I've fallen in love with the Gloria. Really, we were rehearsing last night, and we were literally on our feet for over an hour rehearsing, and just everyone was excited to hear all this coming together. I do want to mention that we are an audition group, and we have another audition opportunity in December coming up. So if someone wants to check the website and see when that is, we love new members coming in.
Coming up on Behind the Curtain, Albany Berkshire Ballet's beloved annual production of the Nutcracker will tell the classic story at a different venue this year, while the Egg is under construction. Details after this break. The Albany Berkshire Ballet has announced it will be relocating their annual performances of the Nutcracker for 2025. According to the ballet, the performances will now be held at the Colonial Theater in Pittsfield. While the venue may be different for the Albany audiences that flock to see it every year, the story will be the same.
A lot of us are getting ready to celebrate. We're looking for something special to do. So I think in that sense, the story is very relatable. People coming together to celebrate a holiday. They're kind of short, little exciting moments, slightly different styles of dance, even though it is ballet. Everyone will have their own favorite.
Last Christmas marked 50 years of this production. It was 1974 when the company's artistic director, Madeline Cantarella-Colpo, launched Albany Berkshire Ballet's production of the Nutcracker, which has become a tradition for both the company and for audiences in the Capital Region and Berkshires. And now, here are Colpo's wishes for the next 50 years.
I would really like the Nutcracker to continue, and I really would like the Albany Berkshire Ballet to grow. So under new leadership, and I'll just go up to heaven and watch down.
That does it for this episode of Behind the Curtain. Join us next week as we continue to venture into the Capital Region's arts scene. If you have an idea for something or someone that should be featured here, email me, gbruno@news10.com.